Today, we're going to be looking at how to run Facebook ads for your church this Easter so you can get more visitors in the doors by using Plan Your Visit, and you don't even have to have a running website to do this to help people plan a visit. So I'm going to walk through step by step how to create the campaign and what needs to be done. That way you can make your Facebook ads a success and reach more people and invite more people to Easter at your church than ever before. Let's jump in. So right here, I am in the ads manager of Facebook. And if you're not familiar with the ads manager, it's different than a boosted post, but it is the best way to create an ad campaign for your church to reach more people. It gives you more control over the campaign and you're going to get better performance, especially when we talk about helping people plan a visit using lead forms. Now, if you have an Easter page on your website already, then great. I have a video that I've done before walking through how to set up an ads campaign directing people to an Easter landing page. But right now, we're going to pretend like you don't have a website and just set it up using Facebook's tools. So we're going to create a campaign. And the first thing we're going to do is click on Create. So if you don't have an Ads Manager account, go to business.facebook.com. You'll have to set up a business account and then an ad account. But after that, you should be able to run ads very easily using the Ads Manager. So we're going to come in here and we're going to click Create. And then you're going to choose your campaign objective. Now, if you are sending people to a website, then you're going to want to click traffic. But in this case, since we're not going to be directing people to a website, we're going to be using a lead form. We're going to come and select leads. More on that in a second. Then we're going to go ahead and click continue. And we're just going to leave it on recommended settings. Honestly, Facebook's recommended settings are perfectly suitable. Facebook's going to do the heavy lifting for you. So you're going to want to leave as much untouched as possible. So let's leave the recommended settings on and click continue. Now let's give our campaign a name. I always like to start with the type of campaign it is. So in this case, we're going to put, you can put leads or plan your visit. And then we're going to put Easter. And then I usually put the month and the date. So March 2024. Now let's come to the ad set level. Again, we're going to give it a name. Okay, and then conversion location. This is where we're going to select instant forms. You can use Facebook Messenger as well, but it adds a few little extra steps for the users to take. With an instant form, Facebook will automatically bring in their information to the form. So if they're choosing to plan a visit for Easter, then it will already pre-fill their information. So we're going to leave that as instant forms. Then you're going to select the page for your church. Here, I'm just going to use the page for a sample page just as an example. Maximize number of leads. Let's leave that on. And then here we're going to set our daily budget. So let's say our daily budget is, we can leave it at $20. Typically for your ad budget, you want to start at least at $10 a day, but usually 20 and above is going to give you better results, but definitely no lower than 10. So we're going to leave it at $20 a day and we'll leave the start date there. That's totally fine. If you're waiting a little bit closer to Easter to run your ads, you could change the start date to a little bit later on. Now we're going to come down to audience and we're going to select our location. So we're not going to do any other targeting other than just the radius around your church. It can be tempting to try to narrow in and super hyper focus on targeted ads, but honestly, Facebook does a good job finding the audience for you. They've been at it a lot for a really long time, and they are able to find the best target audience for your ads. So I would recommend not using any targets at all except just your location. So in this case, let's do a sample location. After you're selecting your address, I'm going to come down and set the radius to about 15 miles. You just want it within driving distance of your church, so it doesn't have to be as large as 15 miles. If you live in a very densely populated area, you may want to select even as low as 10-mile radius. But anyways, that'll be good. Minimum age 18, and we're good to go. Again, we're not going to use any audience suggestions. We're just going to leave the targeting wide open, and let's go on to creating our ad. Now, again, you're going to give your ad a name, so we're just going to say Easter Ad 2024, and then make sure your page and your Instagram account is selected to run the ads on, and then we're going to hit Create Ad. Let's come in and add our media. So in this case, I'm going to upload some the Easter ad images. So whatever images you're using for your Easter campaign can come in here. By the way, if you don't have Easter images for your campaign, it's okay because I have Easter ads already built out. It includes a website, the ad images, and all of the text that you're going to use for the ads completely free. I'll leave a link for that in the description. And if you want to download the ads and use them yourself to run for your church this Easter, all of them are Canva templates, easily editable. I'll leave a link in the description for you to download that if you think that that would be a help to your church. So I'm going to bring in all of these ad images. And then after we bring in the first image, we're going to come in and put in the text. So primary text, that's what's going to be the ad copy. So let's go ahead and grab the ad copy here. We'll just grab one example of one you can use. So I'll copy that and paste that in here. And again, all of this ad copy is available at the link in the description if you'd like to use it. Another option we can use is this one right here. Now, Facebook can also suggest text variations. So this is another helpful thing that you can use. You can look through these, and if these look good, you can add them. Now, for the headline, we're just going to put plan your visit, and then we're going to go down to the description. And for the description, let's just put the service time. So Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Now, for here, we're going to click learn more for the call to action, and then that should be good for the ad there. So now let's come down to the instant form. Here, you don't have to overthink it. You can just hit use a template, okay? And again, you want to think about how much information you want from the people that are going to be filling out your ad or planning a visit to your church. So we can go ahead and click customize, because honestly, the less things that you have them fill out, the more likely they are to submit. You can go ahead and skip background image. They are going to place the image from your ad up here, but if you'd like to upload a background image, you could. Let's come down to questions. We're of course always going to want name, email, and phone number, and Facebook will automatically fill in their name, email, and phone number based on their Facebook information. So that makes their job a lot quicker. And then maybe you want to ask a question about how many people are joining them. So let's go ahead and add a short answer question and say, how many people will be with you? Let's go ahead and add that. And then maybe you want to ask what service they're attending, right? So maybe you have a service at 9 and 10:30. So you can put 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. Okay, and again, the less questions you ask, the better, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Next, it's going to ask for your privacy policy. Now, the thing is even if you don't have a privacy policy on your website, you can just Google church privacy policy template and add that to a Google Doc, and then you can paste the Google Doc link here. That's totally fine. As long as you have a privacy policy with your church's name on it, that will be totally fine. You can insert in the link here. So I'm going to add my privacy policy here, and then I'm just going to make sure to enter the name. And then after this, you may want to send a message. This is what they're going to see as soon as they've completed the plan your visit. So you can say, we can't wait to meet you. And you can say something like, thank you so much for planning a visit. And then you can leave a link to the website here. So, you can put your church's website here or your church's phone number if you'd like to do that. And then you're going to hit create form. And so now when somebody clicks on your ad, they're going to answer just a couple quick questions, and they're going to submit that, and then their visit will be planned for Easter. Now, all you're going to do now is simply duplicate the ad and replace the images. So for example, I have about 7 ad images that I can use. So I'm going to quickly duplicate, and then all I'm going to do is delete that picture, add picture number 2, hit next. And then after all that is done, I'm going to just repeat that process for each ad. So at the end of the day, if I have 7 images, I'll have 7 ads. Once that's all done, you're just going to hit publish, and then your campaign will be good to go. It's literally that simple. It only takes a few minutes. In the time it took me to record this video, it took me about 15 minutes start to finish to get this ad campaign from nothing to fully published. So take the opportunity to invite more people to your church this Easter. If you have questions, I'll leave a link of how to reach me in the description below. Feel free to contact me. I'm always willing to help answer any questions that you have. But I hope this video was a help to you, and I hope your church sees more visitors this Easter.